We're going live. Where's my call? Hey, we're here. We're live. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope you're all doing well. I'm a little scruffy today. It's Friday. I have to go to work today. I have to admit, it was tough getting up in the 5 o'clock hour to do the show. It's actually 6:04 according to my clock. But I was actually trying to write down some things that we did. Anyway, it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. We talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way to hopefully get you home to your family and friends so you can enjoy and have their company and have some fun. And at the same time, grow your business, grow your opportunities to make more money without working super duper hours and stressing out and balancing that work and life mentality and have a little fun along the way. So that's what we're trying to do here. And I get questions and every once in a while and stuff I encounter as I do my Agile coaching and Scrum work and just other things in general that popped up that relate to Scrum and Agile and just bring them up here. And a couple things we're going to do today. I got asked, so there's a new Scrum Master out there and they're asking me a question about what they should do and how they get into the business and all that kind of stuff. So I came up with 5 things. So I'm going to put up a 5 thing. Oh, that's clickbait, right? 5 things a new Scrum person or a person that just took their certification should kind of do to get ready to go in the world. And this would be just totally like never, not an IT kind of switching over and they're coming over to Scrum. And it's okay with that because sometimes it's all about managing personalities and how do you do that. But you need something in your background to do that. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to talk Fortune Cookie Friday. So this is Fortune Cookie Friday. So I'm going to talk about those 2 things and go with that. It's a new year. I have I got my date book, right? So I went and got that yesterday so that I can start writing down what I'm doing today for the show and also track down what I got going on at work and keeping my day kind of sane. I will say, though, my hand, it still hurts. It's still sore. It's bad, man. Anyway, it's nagging. Probably why I haven't done as much stuff. So, it's Friday. Yay! It's Friday. Thank goodness. Except I got to go to work today. It's going to be rough after taking a couple of days off and not being in, and I have to go back in again, But it's okay. Went in the first couple of days in the week. Took 2 days off for New Year's Day because if you saw my post, there's a lot of partying going on here. Yesterday was recovery. Not so much from drinking, just from the whole event. The sleep and rest. It's tired. So anyway, let's talk about the 5 things. So I got 5 things that I came up with that are for now. And I'll do another 5. I'll do another couple of things. And actually, writing this list gave me some ideas on what to talk about in the future, too. So hopefully I won't be sleeping so much to rest my hand. And I'll be up and awake and do more of the 5 and do more stuff, do more research and share that with you all. So this is episode 165, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Please like and subscribe. Set up 5 things for a new Scrum Master. I was thinking about this. It involves a lot of things I talked about in the past and what we've talked about. And this is for somebody who is getting into business, not a lot of IT background, not a lot of team background. If you already have a team, if you're just getting your Scrum and your group doesn't do it, you can apply some of this to the IT work you have. And your team, maybe they'll work with you and want to work with you and learn about, hey, I'm all for Agile. It's 2020. Learn something new. So I came up with 5 things. So first one is to make a goal for the next 6 months. So write some goals where you want to be in the next 6 months, what you're looking to do. Just, I don't know, write a class, studies, read some books, prep for it, just talk, maybe go to some local, like we here in Philly, we have Agile Philly. Maybe you go to Agile Philly, go to a couple meetups that are around that talk about Agile. So that's a great way in that first 6 months to do that. Pick a project. Make your own project. As a project manager for years, I had my own projects. I could do whatever I wanted, how I wanted to do it, how I wanted to run them. Because one, I owned the money. Made it easier when you had the money. And but for your own, like if you're not in IT, you're not in the project business, you're just getting into it. Pick a project for yourself. And the reason why I'm saying this is we're going to go into the next one. But the second one is pick a project. Like I would suggest like a website. If you're going to go in IT, you have never done any coding before, build a website. It's not very hard anymore. It is hard if you don't pay attention and just do it, but it's good you know how to do this because everything you learn in building your own website, you will be able to apply to the teams and understand where the teams are in doing what they're doing. So I did this a long time ago, and you're going to be in IT, and you're going to have a resume. So it's good to have a little website, put up your stuff, build some stuff for it. It's not very hard. WordPress is out there, and you can do that. But if you have a project around a house, clean the house. I want to organize the house. And the reason why I'm saying this, so you pick a project because the next step is pick some free software management tool, or you pick for something like, so I know Azure, they had a free product that you can use for yourself, Azure DevOps, which is Microsoft, Trello, right? And then Jira, which you pay. But the reason why I said something like Jira, if you have a company you want to go into, using their product that they mentioned in their thing might not be a bad thing, right? Get used to the software product, know how it works. That way you can, at least in 6 months, you can say, hey, I've been using XYZ product for the past 6 months. I kind of know how it works and how to organize it, right? So this is what I'm all getting you to. So you got a 6-month plan. You're transitioning from one industry to another. I mean, just because you took a test tomorrow, I mean, you could, but I'm saying if you do it, you better learn this stuff quickly because they're going to look at you. But do a website, right? Pick up software. So what you're gonna do once you pick your software, you can do a free one. If you do the free ones, you can do a couple of them, but it's going to be a little headache. Only pick one, right? And then sketch out your homepage. Like if you're doing a website, sketch out your homepage. Break down how you want the page to look with features, stories, tasks. First maybe you don't know the task, right? So because you're learning IT. So you sketch out what you want. I want an intro, I want a resume, I want something from YouTube or whatever I want to add it, do some add-ins. And then you're going to do your sprint planning every week. So you're basically going to run a Scrum for yourself, right? And you're going to pick the stuff, and every 2 weeks, every week, whatever your cadence is going to be, you're going to have this planning session. Once you pick that, then you're going to go and research it, and you're going to write some stories. Like maybe you've never learned how to set up a website before. Okay, first sprint, I'm going to go online and get access to a website. Even if I put the hello world out there on it. So that'll be my first week thing. Maybe I'll just put a picture of myself. That's fine. Get you started, right? And then the fifth thing, the last thing I'm going to give you is track your work on a daily basis. Because you're going to ask your people to do that for you. For you to update yours, it's a good habit. You know how hard it is to track your work daily, how easy it is for people to forget. People talk a lot, right? And this is practical and tactical. This is working at it. People talk a lot about what they do and how they do it, but they don't do it. You'd be amazed how many Agile coaches and how many Scrum Masters out there don't track their own work and their own stuff in their own system. But then they're going to ask everybody else to do it. And I think it's a little hypocritical. I think you really should be able to understand how hard it is and draw. I said, I know it's hard. I do it myself. I track my stuff in it every day. And you can go see, I'll show it to them. But I understand how hard it is, but you got to do it, right? So we can, as a team, progress. You got to share. So those are the 5 things I would suggest. And it's a couple months. I mean, you can do it quicker in 6 months, but I think you got to make a 6-month plan in a couple months. I think you got to talk about the reading books. I think just do it real quick. So make a 6-month plan. Pick a project, like suggest website, clean up the house, pick a room. I don't care. And you build yourself a Kanban board on this free Jira the free software management, where you pay for Jira. But you look at what companies are out there that you want to use, so you can get used to updating what it takes to update this. They're all kind of the same. So you pick one, you pretty much figure the other ones out. The fourth one, right, sketch out what you want to do, your project, lay it out, break it down to the features, the stories, so you can plan it out. Pick what you want to do first. And then the fifth one, the last one, is track your stuff daily. I think that within 6 months, you be honestly say, if you did that and you had different project, got things done, you can demo. If you want to do a review or whatever, you can share your projects. If you build a website, ask your friends to review it, right? But do that for 6 months, and then you'll legitimately be able to say that you have enough experience and understanding the basics of how this kind of works to get you in the door, right? But that's what I suggest. Now, I'll do another thing, like if you're on a team, what do you do? How do you do your 5 things? I think I've already kind of said that, how I've started my Scrum journey, and maybe I'll do a 5-step thing on that one too, just for the clickbait, click, right? Anyway, so we're almost 11 minutes into the show. It's amazing how fast 15 minutes goes by, right? It's pretty amazing. People say it's not enough time. We talk about a lot of stuff. Probably a lot of people are not clicking anymore. But we're going to do Fortune Cookie Friday because it is Friday, and I have a whole bag of cookies now. I have no excuses not to be able to do Fortune Cookie Friday. That's probably why I did it a couple of times. Ooh, hint, hint. All right. All right, so I went quiet there, and for the podcast people, they're probably like, why did it go quiet? Did it disconnect? Did I lose my connection? I don't know. What's going on? So is it here? It says, conscience is a man's compass. So your conscience is your man's compass, is a man's compass. So for your man and woman, your conscience is your compass. And I think it's kind of interesting you said this. And we just did those 5 points, right? So for me, my conscience, what I tell people I know how to do, I have done. We just went through 5 things that if you do those 5 things, your conscience will feel good. You'll be comfortable in an interview telling people, 1, I understand enough about goal setting. I understand enough about planning. I understand enough about organizing on a system. I understand some basics of some IT web work, and I've done it. And I know how hard it is to report out daily, right? So I've experienced that, and I can share that with the team, and I can bond with the team. So from an interview perspective, by doing this for a couple months, for me personally, my conscience would be clean because I would be telling you the truth. I wouldn't be making up stories. I wouldn't be stretching the truth. That is basic Scrum, right? It's basic Agile. How do you do it? Here's the practical. Here's the tactical, right? So I think it's funny this Fortune Cookie says this because what I just gave you, those 5 items, it helps your conscience be free of stretching the truth. You did those 5 items. You pretty much have got some Scrum stuff. I mean, it's great to have more experience. Don't kid me. But if you're getting cold into it, you're going into it, that's a great way to start. So anyway, it's 2020, New Year, first Friday in the new year. We did our first Fortune Cookie Friday. I hope you all do well. I got to go in the office today. We'll be getting up earlier. It's like I got at 6 o'clock when we started the show. We'll be back more into the 5 o'clock hour as we go because we're going to get really into this stuff and provide more information and have some good time. We got a lot of stuff to do in 2020. So it'll be a fun year, I think. And a lot of growth out there, a lot of things going on, a lot of new stuff, man. New stuff every day. So with that, thumbs up, ring the bell. You remember, give a little thumbs up to your friends, right? And share. And then feel free to comment and ask me questions. I'm always happy to answer some questions wherever I can and help everybody grow. With that, take care. Have a great day. Happy Scrumming. Enjoy your Friday. Take care. Bye. And we'll be on all weekend. We'll be on